Hello, everyone, and welcome to Angel Healing House. My name is Claire Candy Hoff. I am also Angel Ariel, as I had an angelic walk-in experience, soul exchange with Claire Candy on January 11th of 2003. And welcome to Walk-in Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom. If you want to find out more information about walk-ins, how not all walk-ins are angelic, come from the angelic realm like I do. They come from star systems. They come from star nations, planets. They are spiritually advanced spirit guides. There are many different kinds of walk-ins. Do you want to find out more about us? You can find out more in my #1 Amazon International bestseller, which is I Am an Angelic Walk-In, the autobiography of Angel Ariel. And if you want to find out more information about myself, I am a Reiki master teacher, intuitive counselor, a spiritual teacher, tarot reader, all of those things. Please do go to my website, and also on there are my other award-winning #1 Amazon International best-selling books. Do please visit my website, which is Angel Healing House, and that's at angelhealinghouse.com. And that number for Angel Healing House is 831-277-3716. So we will be pulling some tarot cards. We will be pulling some oracle cards. But before we do all that, let's go and look at some of the astrological aspects that will be affecting us this coming week. And boy, do we have an energetically charged week coming up. Tomorrow, on September 20th, we will experience a full moon in Pisces, which will fall just 1 hour after Mercury trine Jupiter. So the spiritual meaning of that is it's related to generosity, optimism, good fortune, and good news. It's a great time for making plans, business deals, legal matters, research, and also travel. The chance of success at this time is made even greater with both Mercury, the planet of communication, and Jupiter, the planet of good fortune and expansion and luck. Both of those planets are aligning with lucky stars. Now be aware that this coming Pisces full moon, it just might make us feel a little bit more emotional, a little bit more sensitive, and it might create confusion, maybe even clouding our judgment, so it's even of greater importance now to really, really hone in on your intuition. With Pisces providing an emotional ending and transition into a new season, we are being prepared for a very new paradigm, and it's getting us ready to face truth on this planet like we have never faced it before. Many people are going to be in shock what is going to be revealed in the coming months. So, while it is a very good thing for truth to finally be revealed on the planet, it'll be tremendously difficult for many to finally see the depth of darkness that has been perpetuated for eons of time on this planet. Now, for those of us who have known about this darkness, our role, please, is not to say to others, I told you so. Please don't say that. But it is to be there so that we can be kind, caring, gentle, compassionate, loving, and supportive to those who are awakening to the truth. Some are awakening to the depth of evil at the very first time in their lives. And they might be going through harrowing times, trying to digest the level of pervasive darkness on this planet that has been allowed to creep in and seep into almost every facet of our lives. Then, on September 22nd and on the 23rd, we'll experience a very pivotal day in the month. It's a double whammy of energies with both the equinox and the start of Libra season. Yay, my birthday's on October 7th. The equinox traditionally is a time of metamorphosis, transition, a harvest, a change, and a brand new start. It is a time of enjoying the fruits of our labor, our diligence, and our hard work, while releasing what we no longer wish to bring with us into our new, fresh cycle that we're going into. As I've spoken about on my Angel Healing House Blog Talk radio show, which, by the way, is on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, as I spoke about on that show, that we are, with the finishing up of Virgo season, we have finished the first astrological cycle of the turn of the wheel, which was Aries to Virgo. And now we're going into the next cycle, which is Libra through to Pisces. With the sun moving into the very diplomatic sign of Libra, the scales are being balanced. And it draws our focus to our relationships and how we balance giving and receiving. Now, while Virgo season did its good job, it encouraged us to be independent and to use our inner resources. Libra will encourage us to share and to be open to connect and collaborate with others. With its harmonious ways and establishing balance, Libra might be inspiring us to create more ways that we can create beauty in our lives, and certainly it will be helping us to bring more equality into our relationships. Now, the posse of angels have heard from many people asking, with all that has gone on in the world, especially over the last 2 years, let alone over countless millennium, with the perpetuation of darkness, manipulation, restriction, and control, why don't the angels, ascended masters, why don't the archangels just intervene, jump right in, and help to dispel the darkness on the planet? And all I'm hearing from the posse of angels is absolute laughter. Not they don't laugh at us, they laugh with us, because they said humanity has no idea what they have done to stop ourselves from complete destruction of this planet. And they do mean complete. The posse of angels is saying that cosmic law demands humanity's conscious efforts to call perfection and light into the world. This is the reason we've been blessed and gifted with free will as divine, powerful, sovereign, multidimensional beings. And while they've been working behind the scenes for eons of time to deflect the darkness on the planet, and they want me to remind you that one of the things they did was to diffuse nuclear warheads from being weaponized to blow up the planet. Our angelic help they had to wait for humanity to raise and elevate its consciousness high enough for the angels and the ascended masters to be able to really show up in even greater capacities. Although, now I'm laughing. I don't know what is greater than diffusing a nuclear warhead. So, I'm not sure what they mean by that. For so many years, we've been told that we are the ones that we have been waiting for. Not anybody to rescue us, not anybody to save us. And now with the raising of the consciousness on the planet, we are using our free will, taking responsibility for ourselves with millions of other people who are coming together in solidarity and taking back their freedoms and their liberties. We've seen just how important it is to take back our sovereignty, take back our freedom, and to make our spiritual focus a priority for the highest purpose to serve on planet Earth. There's nothing, and I do mean nothing, greater at this time, during this time of the Great Awakening on planet Earth, than to maintain your highest level of elevated light energies, which empowers us to draw higher consciousness light frequencies to ourselves and then to the world. And those who can maintain this rock steady, high vibrational frequency, no matter what is going on externally, We will achieve mastery and our connection to our divine, eternal natures. Ever since I, Angel Ariel, incarnated into Claire Candy's body on that day, on January 11th of 2003, I've shared with others the importance of living from this divine, eternal nature of ours in order to create a life of heaven on earth existence. And while this divinity is a human's inherent birthright, it's everyone's inherent birthright to live heaven on earth. Not all will make their number one priority actively working with and filling themselves up with this immense, limitless light of pure potential to access infinite possibilities and remain and play in the fields of magic, miracles, and synchronicities. Those of us who have mastered this continued state of being, to move, to live, to breathe in a state of divine state of love, completely immersed in God Source Creator's presence, is everything we do, every word we utter, every thought we have, and every action that we take. Doesn't matter what it is. Would God Source Creator send that post? Is it uplifting? Is it supportive? Does it encourage others? Or am I sending it in order to make somebody else wrong so that I can be right? If you can do this, behind every word you speak, behind every thought you have, to remain in that higher source presence, then that is mastering your divine eternal nature as a flesh human being, as spirit in this flesh human form. This constant connection and alignment with God's Source Creator, it's not relegated to a certain day, to a certain belief or faith, in a certain building, to those who say certain prayers. It's this holy, sacred, deep knowing within us, and all we have to do is to focus on our divine birthright within for it to be rekindled. The more we do that, the more we stay in a state of grace and mastery. To attain this profound, constant Source Creator connectedness within, we must be ever vigilant to keep our energies high and elevated. In fact, this one thing is more important than passing on any information that we have to others, and I don't care what the information is, by only engaging with that which is uplifting, enlightening, positive. It's filled with gentleness, kindness, consideration, compassion, forgiveness, and love. We nourish and increase our light within, and then we increase the light on the planet. And this is far from burying our heads in the sand like an ostrich and not being aware of what is happening in the world, but it's more of a case of knowing what's going on in the world and then being able to remain 100% neutral, not triggered, not reactive, and not giving any of our energies away, diminishing any of our high frequency energies within. Speaking to a client this week, and they said, "How do you do that?" And I say, because I know that what has happened in the world is for our highest good, and it's for the greatest good of all concerned. And that's in a state of grace, knowing that what is happening is for our highest good. And so I bless it. I bless it for the perfection of just the way it is. With the Great Awakening, many people have been shocked out of their somnambulant existence, and have had their consciousness raised. And they are finally, so many people are finally clear enough to feel the full measures of their hearts. That's what all of these upgrades and downloads from the Galactic Federation, finally, we raised our consciousness high enough to receive all the opening up of our heart centers And in many cases, people are really feeling their emotions for the first time and are confronted with this overwhelming feeling of God connectedness. And it brings them to overwhelming waves upon waves of tears, as many for the first time are feeling this divine heavenly connection, just like many of us felt after the Twin Towers were brought down. The waves of this heart-centered feeling, as more and more things are going to be revealed on the planet in the coming months, that's going to be so cleansing and so healing for the planet. Now, the posse of angels will be the first ones to admit that there are many who may choose to focus on angels to smooth their path on their journey through life. And don't get me wrong, the angels are there to guide, encourage, and support us into a co-creative life. But you know what? God, Source Creator, helps those who help themselves. We have to take responsibility and help ourselves. We must be the initiates of that first step. Ultimately, it is through our powerful, sovereign, divine higher self, the connection to our soul, that we will draw to ourselves those who encompass and embody the light. We're going in to such a stage at the ending 2021 and into 2022, that it's going to be a burst of new structures and new systems that people are going to be creating, because the old systems are going to be dismantled. They're going to be shown for their corruption, deceit, and broken down. Our soul is our true divine eternal nature, and it will always steer us to our highest dharmic path in this lifetime. When one is living from this sacred connection, what I call our divine eternal natures, aligning with their powerful, multidimensional, loving, peaceful, unified source creator center within, then and only then they become a divine master walking the earth plane, able to create divine realities and worlds from within, and then create that in the outer world. And so it is. So let's go to our cards and see what comes out for us. We're going to go to these cards, the Akashic Tarot. I love this deck because it is very un-tarot-like. And it's not your traditional tarot, so there's more things that can be gleaned from those not those traditional images. And the first card that came out for us was a number 1 card, and the posse of angels, and it's called the Oracle of Delphi. The number 1 card is about we are with the equinox and going into these next couple of months, certainly until the end of the year. There will be things which are going to be revealed. It's like you would go to an oracle, a tarot reader, perhaps a clairvoyant, a psychic, to open up your Akashic records, to see what has been hidden, to reveal. Much is going to be revealed for us over the next couple of months. And it's going to be hard to look at. It's going to be very difficult, as I said, especially for those family and friends who have been in denial, or not even in denial. They just didn't know the extent of corruption and deception that's been perpetuated on this planet. Much is going to be revealed. Hold your light. That's why you incarnated, to come back at this time. You know, I've spoken about this again on my Angel Healing House radio, my Blog Talk radio show, many times, and said, you know, when somebody says, "Oh, I didn't sign up for this," you certainly did. You contracted not only to be here, but there were billions of souls that wanted to be here at this time, but they didn't have your courage. They didn't have your strength to see it through, hold the light, and to have your bravery to see it through to this stage. Be steadfast. the next card that's coming out for us after the opening up of those records, the Oracle, if you will, that Oracle of Delphi card, is the Willow Card. This is the card about having the strength to be flexible, to be powerful, to support yourself at this time of revelations on the planet. Believe in yourself. Believe that you are strong enough, you're courageous enough, and to remain. See, the thing about the willow is it is flexible enough when those strong winds come, to bend with the breeze and to allow yourself to know just how strong that you are during these times. Please allow yourself not to break during these times when a lot of those truths are going to come out. And believe me, a lot of them are going to be harrowing. The third card coming out for us is the One of Keys in this deck, but it's the Architect. Now, this is going to be revealed so that we can exhume the darkness. It's like when you go to the dentist and you have a cavity. The dentist, she or he, doesn't just slap on a new filling. They have to exhume the gunk that's in your tooth, the darkness in there. So clean it out, and so a new one can be put in. And these are the posse of angels telling us the cities of light. This new earth is going to be amazing. In my two books, One True Home Behind the Veil of Forgetfulness, and this one, I Am an Angelic Walk-In, I speak about the cities of light across the veil and how everyone works together. There's no separation. There's no division. Nobody is left behind across the veil. Nobody. Everybody knows that everyone has a special skill and ability or talent. They know that they have been created in the reflection of that God source creator, and how singular and unique and special in energy that they are. And that they are all given a role to play in which they can feel supported, in which they can feel nourished and nurtured and not left out. Everyone is considered, everyone is honored, respected, and valued. I know you're thinking that that's difficult to believe. Well, it was difficult to believe in the third dimensional matrix that we just came from. But we all are going to be the architects in this new world of creating these structures and systems of light on this planet. And I, for one, just cannot wait. I cannot wait to see those cities mushroom on this planet in which there's organic gardening, there's no chemtrails, there's no fluoride in the water that dumbs down our pineal glands. There's, alternative cures that boost our immune system. Free energy. I mean, there's just so many things, that are going to be available to each and every one of us, and it's all coming true. But the first thing that we have to get through is we have to clean out and exhume the crypt, they're saying. We have to exhume the darkness. Then I went to my wisdom of the oracle cards. The first card that came out for us is the truth be told. Yes, the truth is coming out. It's a 14 card, which is a 5 card. 5 is often the number of change, and yes, challenging times. I love how this owl has the window of his heart, or across his chest, open. Many of us are going to have our emotions splayed open. Even the most knowledgeable ones of us who knew what was going on with the human trafficking and very, very dark things, It's going to be harrowing for us, but know that it must be done. And the next card is reflective of how we're going to be feeling. That's going to be orphaned. You know, this feeling of, it's just harrowing. This feeling of seeing what's been done on this planet. And the third one that came out was cleaning it up. I mean, that story in itself is pretty amazing, that the truth is coming out, truth be told. It's going to make us feel orphaned. It's going to make us feel, well, it's going to make us feel like everything that we've been told is a lie, which is true. But it has to be told. The story has to be told so that we can clean it up and create those cities of light. Let me go to, this is a very, very different reading from any other reading that I've done before. I just heard the words truth or dare. You know, this is it's showtime. It's truth time on this planet. Yes, it's time to hold the light and love, enlighten others, but it's time to hold the light. While I'm shuffling the cards, what can you do during this time? Oops, that one's jumped. Okay, that's how many? 2? Okay, they want me to pick another one. One of the greatest things that we can do at this time is not blame. See everyone, and I don't care what they've done. See everyone as divine, because what that person perpetuated and what that person did, each one of us has the dark inclination to do exactly the same within us. What is the difference? Their free will chose to go down that satanic path, and we chose to go down this path. When I did get incensed in the path, I would stop myself and say, there but for the grace of God go I. And I will not diminish my light, but I will see them in green healing light. I will see them in the bubblegum pink of unconditional love. And these are the things that I can do proactively to not lose my light by having any anger, bitterness, resentment, regret, judgment, blame, being a victim, anything. And holding on to my light. Another thing that you can do when you walk out in nature is go hug a tree. Trees have such amazing wisdom. One of the things I love to do on my walks is to find the faces in the tree. I always find them. There's like a knot hole here, and then a branch that's coming off of there for a nose, and something that looks like lips. And suddenly I see the face, and I'm having a conversation with the tree. It's just amazing, amazing. Mother Nature is just amazing. So please. Don't blame anyone, and don't get into, I never signed up for this, because if you're here, then you signed that contract to incarnate at this time. In actual fact, there were millions and millions of souls who wanted to be here at this time of the Great Awakening, but they were not as brave as you. They were not as courageous as you to step up and to go through this time of Great Awakening on the planet. The first card... This one jumped out, exposed and revealed. That just about says it all. There's going to be so many revelations, and there are going to be so many things that are going to be disclosed and exposed. Be kind with yourself. If it's on overwhelm, then take yourself out in order for you to regain your light, regain your composure. But it's important for us to be able to see this at this time so things can be exhumed, so that we can get to the stage of everything being revealed in order for us to then create those cities of light. And it's a very healing time on the planet, healing heart. Remember, if you're going through something, please reach out to people like myself, counselors, spiritual teachers, um, uh, and uh, and like I said, if you are an intuitive counselor, if you're a spiritual teacher, be very kind and compassionate and gentle with these people going through this, because it's a very healing time on the planet for so many of us. So let's go to my tarot cards and see what comes out. Okay, Spirit, anything else that we can do at this time period coming up in this last week of September, going into October? They're saying, hang on. It's like the roller coaster ride of our lives. Just be gentle with yourself. Be kind, be gentle, and hold your light as much as you possibly can. You have no idea how important that is for the collective and how much good that does by you being peaceful and calm and holding your light. Don't get angry. What is happening now is meant to happen. It's a 26,000 year cycle. You held up your hand to be here at this time. And know that we will get through this, and then the structures and the systems will be built, and we'll be in it, and we will be those pioneers. No different, they're saying. Remember that Oregon Trail, how those people forged and they went from the East Coast of the United States to the West Coast, through very dangerous, situations, and they forged their way through. Well, that's what we're creating. We're creating a whole new civilization of light here on planet Earth. Cut the cards and see what comes out. Oh, I'm not surprised. The first card that comes out for us is the Tower card. The thing that I love most about the Tower card, is that when something needs to be broken down, which will be broken down through truth and revelations and disclosures, then the new comes in very quickly. There are systems already put in place for us to get a new uncorrupted financial system, a new uncorrupted internet system, to launch those medical medbed technology, that kind of thing, free energy, all of those things. But things have to be broken down first in order for those new wonderful systems that benefit everyone on the planet, and not just a 1% or a very small percentage on the planet. Next card that's coming out for us is the Three of Swords. This is the harrowing time in seeing these things, and being made to see these things, and really feeling it, having healing our hearts during this time is one of the most amazing things that we can do for ourselves and that we can do for others. Be kind, be soft, be gentle. This will have to do with the Hierophant. In this situation, the posse of angels are saying that there are so many corrupt corporations and establishments that are going to crumble under this. And they need to, because anything that is not of the light cannot exist on Mother Gaia, who is now turning into this, the sun just came out, this amazing planet of light that's going into. Next card is the Justice card. This is the Truth card. Truth must be told. Truth must be out in order for, look at the light streaming in on this card, and the scales will balance. That's why it's being presented to us in Libra season, because Libra is all about balancing those scales. What we're going through is fated, is karmic to happen. It's for the betterment of humanity, the collective, for the planet. And it's actually, oh, here the next card is the Judgment card. Going from the dark, see the dark there, into the light. And following a new path of light on the planet. I love that card. And by the way, these are my cards. The Angel Healing House Tarot deck. Hopefully they'll be coming out next year for everyone to purchase. Just love my cards. They do want me to look under the deck. And that one is the Hermit. The light finally being brought to the planet so that they can shine that light on that darkness. And they want me to draw your attention to the shooting star here. There's going to be hope like never before on planet Earth. People are coming together in solidarity to exercise their freedoms, and we will come out of this with greater awareness of just how powerful we are, and we will never ever allow anyone ever again to take away our freedoms. So I'd like to finish today with, of course, the unicorn cards, the Diana Cooper unicorn cards. Okay. So tomorrow, full moon meditations. Don't forget to take your crystals out and bathe them under the full moon. That's one thing that I love to do. My crystals get very excited about doing that. Write out an intention list of things that you want to release under the full moon. I release any restriction as far as my finances go. I release anything that may be stopping me from having a beloved partner in my life. I release any doubt, fear, or worry that is stopping me from me stepping onto my dharmic path. There are many things that you can do as full moon rituals, and then you can sage yourself, perhaps take a salt bath, and just feel yourself releasing anything in order to receive the new in that next 2-week cycle before the new moon occurs. Okay. All right. First card that's coming out for us is the Honesty card. Well, this card is very much like the Tarot card, the Truth card. With honesty will be ultimately rewarded on this planet. That's what will happen. It will ultimately be rewarded. As everything must be revealed now. Nothing untoward can hide anymore. Nothing. Next unicorn card we have is freedom. That's what's going to happen as a result of this truth coming out. Let the unicorn set you free. Let you set you free. Know and have the courage to know that you are an integral puzzle piece of this planet, and you came back to hold the light during this time of great awakening on the planet so that you can be reborn into a planet of light. And the last card, I just said the word reborn, is birth. Be receptive to new ideas and new situations. And that's what we're doing. We're giving birth to a new planet. I hope all of that's been helpful for you. Go out and fashion an absolutely beautiful life for yourself this week. And when the truth starts to come out, be kind to yourself, be soft and gentle, and hold your light within. Remain 100% neutral. There but for the grace of God go I. I hope to speak with you. Listen in to my Angel Healing House Blog Talk radio show this coming Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And maybe you can call into the show for a free mini angel reading, which I have given out thousands of free mini angel readings over the last 10 plus years since I have been on air since January of 2012. I'm wishing you love and, as always, angel blessings. And I really do look so forward to bringing you more of Walk in Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom next week. Take care, everyone. Lots of love. Bye.